Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be preforming some cabochons. So I've got a handful here. Cut them all from the same slab. Not really sure what type of rock it is, but I bought it at a rock show not too long ago and figured it was time to finally get started with it. So I'll go ahead and turn on my flat lap and get the water going. So to start off, I'm really just trying to round out all these edges, and then I'll start to follow this shape that I've drawn. So this rock has a really cool kind of green color to it. So I'm excited to see how it polishes. It's fairly soft, so this is going pretty quickly. Normally it would take a little bit longer than this. Alright, so we're getting a good shape. Let's get my camera a little out of my way. There we go, that's better. Alright, so you can see I've still got a little bit of rock that I need to work on before I get to the Sharpie. So I'm grinding down this rock, I'm turning it into a cabochon, and then I'm going to polish it. Hello! Hey, so I am grinding this rock down before I polish it. Hello. So I am from the Shenandoah Valley, so in Virginia. Gage's cooking tutorials and more. Alright. So I actually don't know what type of stone it is. I bought it with a batch of just slabs. So I cut it out from this. Hey Mendoza Chuchi? Oop, there. Chuki? Chuchi? Am I saying that right? Alright, so now I'm going to start kind of making a curve. So the goal here is just to get kind of a nice dome shape on the top. Thanks, PJO. So I collect rocks. I go hiking a lot with my dog, and we'll collect rocks while I'm out with him. And then I tumble rocks. So, like, here's a random one that's just sitting around. I like tumble polish them, but sometimes I will polish them on this machine. Oh wow, cool, that's awesome. Alright, so because this rock is so soft, I'm gonna switch to a finer polishing pad or grinding pad to finish shaping it up, but I'm gonna move on to some of the others. All right. Well, thanks for stopping by. Have fun at gymnastics. It's hard to find a good way to... So I'm grinding this rock down and polishing it. So I'm going to make it into kind of that shape that I've drawn there. Thanks. Kind of a fun hobby. This is a new rock for me, so it'll be neat to see how it turns out. We're getting closer. I should have decided on where I wanted my camera before I started. I guess you'd call it a semi-precious stone. I mean, it's not. I bought it for like 10 bucks. Let's see. Oh no, no Roblox? But yeah, I guess precious stones usually, well, diamond, it's emerald, ruby, and garnet, maybe? Sapphire. Sapphire's the fourth. And I doubt this is emerald. So I'm going to start shaping kind of the dome here now, and then move on real quick to the next pad that has a finer grit to it, so it won't eat away as much of the rock. Hello, Themeri. Safe travels. Awesome, thanks, man. All right, so we're getting closer. I'm going to switch over to the next pad. So this one that I have been using is an 80 grit, which is great for shaping it, but it eats away so quickly at the rock that it's really easy to overdo it. So I'll be using this one instead. All right, there we go. And then turn the water on. It is really fun. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. So that's what we're shaping right now. So it's not actually a watch. It's called a Whoop. So it doesn't show me the time or anything. I guess the screens on most watches will drain the battery so quickly. So it's really more for like monitoring your heart rate and stuff when you're working out. But the battery lasts long enough that you can wear it for a few days. My watch, it's called Whoop, is the brand. Yeah, I really like it. It tracks like your muscle strain throughout the day and stuff and lets you know. Supposedly it can tell what time you should go to bed every day, stuff like that. Based on, you know, how much you work out and move around. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to figure out what this rock is. I'm sure someone online will be able to tell me. It's pretty cool. I don't know, emerald would be cool. No, I don't have any opal. So let's see. You know, I've never seen Moana. I've always heard it's a really good movie. What's that, Mata? So no, so I'm not actually touching the metal that's spinning. It would, I mean, it wouldn't hurt, but it would, it'll eventually like give you rug burn basically if you touch it. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Always appreciate new subscribers. Yeah, so the rock is very smooth. My biggest problem right now is that I want a nice like curve, and it's so soft that it's hard to get an even curve. But I'll keep trying. I'm sure you could sell something like this on Etsy or Facebook Marketplace. Or, you know, there might be, you might have like a local rock and mineral club that puts on like a show or an expo every year. That's where I usually buy stuff. Like, that's where I bought the slab that I cut this from. All right, I'm gonna switch back over to this one. Bye. Thanks for watching. Madeline, or Madelize? Yeah, of course. Alright. It's not quite all the way around yet. Desert crystal. So I like rocks that have color to them. I have some really cool, like, desert jasper. Let's see. I don't have it out right now. But yeah, in the desert you can find really cool rocks. Oh, thanks, Roy. How old am I? I'm 33. Oh, thanks, James. I really appreciate it. I'd love to go to Scotland someday. Thanks, Dorothy. So I don't know what type of rock this is. Something green, obviously, and it's got these neat lines, but yeah, I didn't write down what it was when I bought it. Nico Rudolph the Best. So my collection. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'll pull out a few. So here is a piece of desert jasper, which is what I was talking about before. Didn't do the best job polishing that one. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So this is chert. This I collected locally. I like that. Let's see. I'll show you a few more agate. Yes. Let's see. So I really like this agate. Had this neat, like, red, white, and blue to it. And somewhere I've got one that looks like cotton candy. But I don't see it right now. But yeah, so I live on the East Coast, and we don't have very many agates. And most of what I have, I collect myself. So with a soft rock, if I'm doing it and not distracted talking to people, it might take 20 or 30 minutes for something soft. For a harder rock, it might take closer to 45 minutes. I'm always so jealous of people who live on the Great Lakes. There are so many cool rocks out there. Hey, so I am currently grinding down this rock and polishing it. Eventually it'll be, well, about this shape, but it'll have more of a nice dome to it. I don't sell them. Right now I'm just collecting them. I might have to take you up on that at some point, that crazy Wile E. Coyote, but right now I have too many to... I don't know what to do with them all. I would love someday to be able to sell them. I'd like to learn like silversmithing so that I can make like silver pendants that go around the rock. You can wear it like as a necklace or whatever. But I guess one thing at a time, one hobby at a time right now, I guess. All right, Crazy Wile E. Coyote. I'll definitely remember your username. Oh my gosh, wire wrapping. I have tried, and I'm so bad at it. I may have to find someone who is good at wire wrapping. My most beautiful rock. So I don't know that it's the most beautiful that I have, but I love the like green epidote here with the weird like white quartz. All right, that would be so cool. Yeah, I'll definitely look you up, Crazy Wile E. Coyote. I just like making random shapes. I had like a giant rock that I cut that out of. It's like sometimes it's not. So I am taking this stone and shaping it so that I can polish it and make like a cabochon that you could use for like a necklace. It's like, here's one that's finished. So I want to do something kind of similar to that with this rock. So the one I'm working on right now, I just found, or I bought at like a rock and mineral show. This one and a lot of the others I found, it's called Sugar Hollow. It's kind of near Charlottesville, Virginia, where University of Virginia is. So these aren't for sale right now, but maybe someday. So I am gay, but that's okay. This rock I bought, so I had a slab of it. Here it is. So this used to be quite a bit bigger, and I cut a bunch of pieces out. But I didn't find it myself. I just collect them. Someday I'll probably make a pendant out of it. So it's just wet. That's why it's shiny right now. When it dries off, it won't be shiny until I make it all the way through. So it's a bit like, let's see. If you've ever like refinished furniture, how you start with like an 80 grit or 120 grit sandpaper, and you move your way up to like a 225 grit, and then I think 325. So it's a lot like that. Like it gets smoother and shinier as you move up. So this is 220 grit, and then I have like a 300 something, and a 600, and a 1200, and eventually it'll shine. I am from Virginia. Hi, Riley. Hi, Joanna. What's wrong with cabs? So I am taking this rock and polishing it. Well, shaping it right now and eventually polishing it. Normally I could get this done in about an hour, maybe. This one will probably take longer just because I'm chatting with all of you, not paying as much attention as I should. I do play some video games. I'm actually getting ready when it comes out, I guess tonight, early tomorrow morning, to play Terrace Land. So this is just a hobby. I'll usually make a few every week. It's not, I'm not selling them or anything. No, I don't have any kids. All right. T3, yes, I see you. So I'm going to switch to, so this next one, no, I have a fiance. So this next one is on a sponge, so you can kind of press into it and it will help make it more of a smooth curve. Oh, thanks, Razor. No, not right now. I'm, yeah, not doing that right now. All right, there we go. Now we turn it back on. And get some water. I'm 33. I guess so. Did you have a question about The Rock? Yeah, I'd like kids eventually. So I was thinking it might be Jasper too, just because it actually even smells kind of soapy. It has that like waxy feel. No, I went to college for political science and then went to law school. But yeah, I just bought it at a rock show and didn't write down what it was when I bought it, so I don't really know. I'm 33. The Whoop, yeah, I really like it. I think the biggest thing for me is the sleep monitoring, just kind of knowing how well I slept and being able to figure out, I'll make a pendant, being able to figure out what sorts of habits are better or worse before I go to bed and how it impacts my sleep. So that's been a really cool feature. Yes, I used to have a Fitbit and I had, oh, Serpentine might be right. My Fitbit, I had a lot of trouble charging it. It wouldn't stay on the charger. The white and blue stone, this one, the agate from earlier. This was just some sort of lace agate. Came somewhere out west here in the US, but I don't know exactly where. That's another one that I bought from someone. Hey, Danny boy. No, I don't do this for a living. This is just a hobby. So I buy most of the gear that I use for this from Kingsley North. So I've been thinking about getting one, the Cab King. I'll probably get one eventually. No, I've never worked with any jade. My biggest thing right now is that I don't have a ton of space. If I had a massive garage and space for like a big Cab King or something, I would get one. All right. Yeah, so this is probably getting close. I'll probably move on to the next one in just a second. No, these aren't for sale. I haven't worked with opal at all. Can you see my reflection? So I really like chert, partly because we have a ton of it where I live. But I've been tumbling a lot of chert for quite a while. But chert, my next thing that I want to collect, like go out and collect myself, is more blue quartz. I know they have some. I know you can find it kind of all over the place on the eastern side of the Blue Ridge Mountains, which is like a 45-minute, maybe an hour drive from where I am. I just haven't had a chance to go get any yet. I don't have a favorite gender flag. So I'm from Virginia, so Shenandoah Valley. Like an hour and a half north of Roanoke. These, it depends on how much attention I'm paying. This one is 325 polish. But you can usually finish them. If you're really paying attention, you can finish them pretty quick. I'm usually either streaming or watching TV, and so it can take like an hour or so. He just finished taking our dog on a walk. I'm not sure what he's doing now. Probably watching TV. That's awesome. I'm always impressed by people who have like well-organized collections. Thank you, Sarah. We are planning on getting married in January. Hey, Apple Man. So I'm working on this. The centerpiece needs more work. There's like a flat spot in the middle. Nah, I'll probably just keep it in my collection for now. Hey Connor, my day's pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next. So this is the 600. Let's see. So a lot of the rocks in my collection are like strange rocks that are not necessarily like pretty. So this one, it's called Petersburg granite. Hey, Emmy. It's probably not really granite, technically, but I got it from Petersburg, Virginia, outside Richmond. So it's pretty cool. All right, see ya. So Petersburg granite is just all over they use it as like road fill before they put down the asphalt for roads in the Richmond area. I don't know how to post pictures. Probably not. So this is an Ameritool flat lap. It's like a flat lapidary grinder. I've probably done like less than 100, maybe 75. So I'm polishing this rock. So I probably said this a few times today. So I hope no one gets tired of hearing it. But it's a little bit like when you're refinishing furniture, how you use like a rough grit, sandpaper, and then a fine grit, and like an ultra fine. I do that, but with these wet polishing pads for rocks. All right. So Petersburg granite isn't like, it breaks really easily. It's not a high quality granite. It's not one that you could make like a granite countertop out of. Do I say bad words? No. Yeah, so the very first one is like a metal with diamonds in it, very rough grit that like eats away at the rock. So we've kind of decided that it's probably serpentine, which makes sense. There's serpentine mines kind of north of here. The machine is called a flat lap, so it's a like a flat lapidary machine. You can buy them. Ameritool makes them. High Tech Diamond also makes one. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Cargo Carload. My fiance? Yes, he's much more likely to curse than I am. Touch it? So this one, well, the water kind of protects your skin. It will eventually feel a little bit like rug burn if you're not careful. So I'm grinding a rock down and making like a pendant with it and polishing it. Yeah, absolutely. Glad I could help. Yeah, there's a few other brands, and there's also some different types of machines that do the same thing. So it looks shiny because it's wet. So let me dry it off on my shirt. Let's see. So here's what it looks like so far. So it is getting shiny. So I tumble a lot of rocks, and then I go out and collect them in the woods nearby. Or I'll travel places to collect them. So once I use I had 2 more pads to polish with, and once I use those, it will be shiny even when it's dry. This rock I bought, so I had a big slab. It was about 3 times the size maybe, and I cut a bunch of these little pieces out of it to shape. Yeah, no problem. I'll show you some more of my collection in a few minutes. Thank you, Sarah, but it's all right. I really don't mind. Sure, I'll have to post a P.O. box on my page. Maybe I'll do that later this week. Do I do anything besides this? Mostly rock tumbling, collecting rocks, taking my dog on hikes. Thanks, Josh. This is just a hobby. A P.O. box is a post office box. It's like a way of getting mail in a private way. Yeah, you can post it to a wire working group. So there is, you can see it here. So the water spins, the plastic catches the water as it spins off, and then it drains out through that. And then I have it hooked up to this little bowl, or not bowl, like 2-gallon paint container thing. Whoop. There we go. Sorry, I gotta get my camera back. Oh, thanks. Yes, a bucket. I don't know why I was calling it a bowl. Oh, thanks, Barbara. I really appreciate that. All right. So I think it's about ready to move on to the next one. So this machine, the brand is called a Meritool. It's called a flat lapidary machine grinder. You swap out all these pads. So, I mean, I can and have put my finger on it. I don't want to. It gives you this kind of like rug burn over time. But, I mean, you're not going to like lose a finger doing it. Hey, so yeah, I have a few that I've made into pendants or necklaces. But for the most part, I'm just collecting them. Yeah, Daniel, sure. I'll definitely do that. So this is probably serpentine. I think whoever said that was probably right. And I'm just polishing it. So at this point, the shape is definitely made. It's really just polishing it. Let's see. So, let's see, that's pretty good. You can see it's still a little bit flat in the center. I'll have to go back and fix it. Before I started grinding it down, it looked... So this is the slab it came from. You don't know if it's good or not. I have to go back and forth a few times usually. Yeah, I wish it were nails. It's a big screw. Yes, I have lots of shiny rocks lying around. So I've got this. This is normally on my desk at work. But I've got this big thing filled with different chert. Yeah, I've got rocks everywhere. But right now I'm working on this serpentine. That's a good question. I don't know how fast it spins. If I squeeze too hard, it'll start to hurt my fingers a little bit. I usually make these like a couple times a week. This, I think, came from Pennsylvania, the rock. The guy who sold it to me got it locally, and he was from way up 81 in Pennsylvania. So I assume he got it in Pennsylvania, but maybe further north than that. Oh, thank you. Death! Yes, I remember you. I was so excited that you enjoyed some of the shorts that I've posted. So I'm using a lapidary machine called a flat lap to polish this rock. It's serpentine. Yeah, someday I would love to have one of those fancy machines, but this was cheaper and I could get it quickly. Yeah, cabochons. This is serpentine. All right, I'll see you later, Daniel. It's eventually it's going to be for a pendant. For now, it's just to look pretty. Let's see. Yeah, so it's getting there. That's what I need, an estate sale. Well, I don't need to have my own estate sale. I need to find an estate sale. No, so I didn't find it. I bought it. All right. So I think I'm going to try moving on to the next wheel, which is the last one. Another day, another sleigh, yes. All right. So I've got to go to bed soon. Got work tomorrow. Hello. Name a car, like a Lamborghini. So I love chert, which is not a gem, it's just a rock. It's like a super generic rock that you can find all over the place. But I like the patterns and how easy it is to polish. So I'm polishing this piece of serpentine. Which has been a salmon brown. Oh, thank you. Alexander Dietz. All right. No, it's not a pancake. It's a lapidary machine. I think I paid $600 for it. I got it 4 or 5 years ago. I guess 4 years ago, maybe. Salome Brown. Where? I bought it from Kingsley North. They sell all sorts of like rock collection, lapidary type stuff. And then the rock I bought at a rock show from someone who collects. Remy, hello. So this is serpentine. Let's see. I am polishing a piece of serpentine. Hold on, I'm drying it off to see how our polish is coming along. So it's pretty good. I usually make, I'll make a necklace or something out of it. Or I'll just collect it. Alexander Dietz. Yes, so I'm using water to keep it dry and keep rock dust from flying all over. At this point, there wouldn't be much rock dust since it's the 3000 grit wheel, but all right. I may use diamond paste. I'll probably wait and let it dry out completely overnight and see how it looks tomorrow. And if I think it looks good still, doesn't need any more work, I will use the diamond paste to really get a good shine. All right. Yes, you should definitely subscribe. So, my hand's tired, so I'm about done for the day. But thank you everyone for watching. So this is what I've been working on. Yes, I will show you some stuff that I have nearby. So yeah, this is a piece of serpentine I've been working on for the last hour. So let's see. So I don't have any down here that I've made into necklaces, but this is probably the next one I'll make into a necklace. It's like an epidote mixed with something. And I'll probably just drill a hole in the top. And then use like a leather cord. Kind of like this one, even though it has little fractures. Next live, so it'll be 11 o'clock on Saturday. Yeah, and I will make sure to post something about it being at 11 o'clock on Saturday. All right, I'll see you there, Jeff. So yeah, I make all sorts of these. But it's been fun hanging out with all of you. I'm glad to see some of you back, who I recognize from last time. But I will be back on... no, I don't sell any of them. I will be back Saturday at 11 a.m., and that will be rock tumbling. So I've got a bunch of rocks that have been tumbling. You might be able to kind of hear them in the background. I will be going through some of those and looking to see if any of them are ready to move on to the next stage. But until Saturday, bye guys.